I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Oh, it's so good to be back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Authority. My name's Ryan. Across from me, as always, is Kelly. Kelly, got something in your eye?
No, just my finger.
Are you just happy to see me?
Both. Did you scream, ow? Are you hurt? Are you good?
I'm good, man.
Ow.
I'm good.
Welcome back. What's up? You good?
It's more like an oh. But
oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all about enunciation, brother.
I guess.
I'm
I
fine.
guess so.
There's nothing in my eye. Everything is good. Welcome back. Glad to be here.
Good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So 2 weeks in a row. Look at us go.
Hey.
Hot damn.
This is actually 5 days apart because it was Thursday last week.
Right.
See?
But still, I mean, it's
We're
different
cranking
weeks,
them out
separating
now.
the weeks. But yeah, here we go.
I'm thinking about just taking over a spare bedroom in this joint, and we can just knock out a nightly episode.
Yeah, do this daily.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Do you imagine? We'd grow our audience by at least 3 more listeners.
We'd definitely get 5 for sure.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Big deal.
Yeah. Well, anyway, welcome back. This is a sports podcast for those that don't know. If this is your first time listening, thanks for being here. If you've been here for a while, why? But I definitely appreciate it. But, yeah. So, Kelly, we're just coming off what some would consider a long weekend with Halloween, daylight savings time, and the like all happening, you know. I can say for myself, not the best Halloween I've ever had, that's for sure. You know, I've got a 1 and a 2-year-old, and the 2-year-old decided about halfway through that he was just we weren't gonna listen, and I think we were just done with the whole night.
Mm-hmm.
And that was about, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile away from the vehicle. So when he decided he was done and was given multiple chances to turn the attitude around, or Dad would do it for him, he decided that Dad would need to do it for him. So I picked up little cowboy Woody from Toy Story in my Buzz Lightyear hoodie and carried him kicking and screaming a quarter mile all the way back to the car.
That's awesome.
Nobody tried to stop me. You know, that I could have been kidnapping him, anything like that. Everybody just assumed it was a dad taking care of business.
They're like, get him the hell out of here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, get him gone.
Yeah, I mean, we're kicking, we're screaming, we're throwing a tantrum, we're losing boots and candy and all sorts of stuff, and I just kept marching on because I'm like, the quicker we get to the car, the quicker this is over.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? When you're on the outside looking into that, I know what it's like to be on the inside. Trust me.
Yeah.
Similar situation. Ruby Tuesdays, oldest daughter. How she survived, I'm not entirely sure. In any event, when you're on the outside looking in, you feel so bad for those parents because there is nothing they can do or say or anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do in that situation, and you feel terrible. And it takes every single one of us back to a time or times, plural, to... Man, I remember that. I remember that crap. I am so glad I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get half the people laughing at you.
Right.
Because they're like, yeah, look how this is working out for you.
Yeah.
And then you get the other people that are deeply saddened by what they're seeing.
People that are like,
And they
join the
feel-
club, jackets in the mail, bud.
Exactly.
You know?
Let that kid
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah.
That's what some of them were saying. Just go get in the vehicle, let that kid walk.
Yeah. He wasn't walking anywhere. He does this thing where you go to like try to help him move on to the next area that you need to go to. And I'm not just talking about trick-or-treating. I'm just talking about in life. Like, hey, buddy, we got to get out of the parking lot or we got to get this way. And he'll just do the dead weight thing.
Oh, sure.
And it's everything within me not to just drop the arm as he goes dead weight so that he just onto the ground.
Yeah,
But
I
then-
did.
Yeah, but I mean, that, you know, then there's the risk of him hitting his head on the concrete and just a bunch of other stuff. Like, it's just, like, I am definitely moving more towards that F around and find out type of parenting.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you want to act like a jackwagon and you want to do these things, you're going to discover very quickly how that's not going to work in your favor.
Yeah.
You know, and as much as I would
Yeah.
have liked him to just march his little butt back to the car, he wasn't going to do that. So it's and this isn't the first time he's done it. He did it to us at my nephew's baseball game at one point where he wasn't listening, and I said, all right, we need to go to the car and talk it out. And so in the middle of this whole complex where there's hundreds of people watching everybody else play baseball, I have to carry at that point in time, he was probably like 16 months old, back to the car as he's just kicking and screaming and doing this whole thing. And it's just like, oh, bro, come on. Like, I don't know.
I get it.
Yeah.
Hear this story. Hear this one out. And tell me how you react in this situation now that you have a parent with a kicking and screaming kid. And you can relate. I am going into Shields with my youngest daughter and my son. And I cannot remember how old Brenson was, but he was old enough to know better. And we had a little tiff in the car, and it kind of carried on our walk into Shields and all that good stuff. Hashtag not a sponsor, but Shields is great. In any event, he carries on, and I'm not smart enough to just leave it alone. Like, I'm going to keep provoking too, and I'm going to keep at it because it's a power struggle, right? And I'm going to win. He's not going to win this. I'm going to win this, right?
Yeah.
So we carry on into the store. And we're going to the shoe department, and I don't know what the hell we were looking for. I don't know if it was shoes for him, me, both, my daughter. I don't know. Completely forgot my whole mission. All I know is we walk into the shoe department, and as two Shields employees are coming to greet, hey, what are you guys looking for today? Brenson lays down on the floor, curls up like in a protective mode, and starts yelling, don't hit me. Don't hit me. And I am standing over him with two Shields employees looking at me, and they're like, what in the hell is going on? I don't know how many shades of red I might have turned.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I cannot believe he just did that to me. He laid down on the floor in the middle of the shoe department. Don't hit me. And like protecting his head. And as we finished doing whatever we did. And on the way out, we barely got out the doors, Shields, headed back to the car. And my youngest daughter is like, you are so dead, Benson. You are so dead. And I don't know, Brian, I'll be honest. I don't know that I spoke the entire way home.
Oh, dude.
A
Because there was
30-minute drive,
yeah.
and I don't think I said a word.
Because it's one of those things where anything that comes out of your mouth isn't going to be good. So
No.
yeah, so it's just best to like, you know, and then it creates that tension too for the kid, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Dad hasn't said anything to me in a minute,
Yeah.
you know.
I
so-
kept looking over my shoulder
Yeah.
because I was convinced that I had someone from Shields checking the license plate of my vehicle, the make,
Yeah.
model of the car, everything. Like, hey, this guy beats the piss out of his son.
Yeah.
And a whole lot was just revealed in the store.
Yeah.
Like, they're marking me. I'm going to get pulled over countless times on the way home, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
that kid.
It's crazy. And nobody will push your buttons like kids. But yeah, I mean, same thing. I'm carrying him all the way back. I didn't say anything. Got him loaded in his car seat, which was a fight to begin with. Locked it in. Looked at him. Unbelievable. Slammed the door. That's all I said to him. Unbelievable. You know, Jenna finally caught up with my daughter and all that other stuff, and we loaded in and ended up taking off and going back home and all that stuff. But it's just like, dude, it's just the emotions get the best of him. He's two. You've got all these emotions in this little body, and you don't know the right place or time to use them. Like, I mean, even last night was a classic case of he got mad because there was something that he wanted to do, and we're like, no, you can't do that. Like, you just can't. You're two, right? So then the emotions boil up, and he takes a swing at Mom, and then all of a sudden he starts to try to go kick his sister, and that was about the time that I came around the corner of the island, and I saw both of it happen, you know, and so it's like, those are the two people. Those are the two people in your life that you were supposed to protect, and you will not do that. to those two women in your life.
Oh, yeah.
And so Dad picks him up, and it was a whole thing. And he found out real quick what happens when he tries to do that, not only to his mom, but to his sister as well. And it's just, it's tough, man.
F-A-F-O.
Yeah.
F around,
Yep.
find out.
Yeah, and it is. You're
That's
right. Like,
great.
especially for those of you out there that have kids, especially if you're a father with a son, there is this, even at a young age, there's this power struggle that kind of goes back and forth of like the alpha type of thing. I mean, you even have it with like when you get a male dog too, because they sense the tension in the room and they want to be the alpha, and you have to commit that with your son too, whether you think it's right or not, but you do. I mean, there's a power struggle there, like you said, where it kind of goes back and forth, and you got to kind of show them, hey, if this is how you want this to go, this is going to be the result.
That's awesome. My son would tell you this too. I don't know how many times I've used it, but I've used it enough that I think he has a clear memory of it all. But you talk about your son going after mom. Well, hey, that didn't get people's attention. Now I'm gonna go kick my sister. Blah blah. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was gonna say blah blah blah, and that's not nice. That's very disrespectful. In any event, I was dad sitting on a couch one night just folding some laundry. My wife was kind of in a little challenge with my son, and my son went up and chest bumped her.
Oh.
And I cannot remember his age again. Ironically, I can't remember his age, but he did survive this, but barely.
Yeah.
But he chest bumped my wife. And I was off the couch, and I was hauling ass. And he was immediately like, what just happened? He spun around and was headed down the steps, and it was all the way down the steps because Dad was coming. And I got him pinned in his bedroom, and I just said, you will not treat my wife that way. Yeah. She was my wife before she was your mother, and you will never treat my wife like that. And I let him have it. And he's gotten that a couple different times where it's like, you're not going to treat my wife like that. But same thing. Yeah. Same conversations come up in terms of we protect our family. We protect our own. If Aspen's having a tough time at school or whatever, I expect you to stand up for her. Same, reciprocal as well. That's what we expect. But you're just getting started, man.
Oh, I know.
You're just getting started.
And it all depends on the situation. Like there's times where, Jenna will go and handle him and she'll be screaming in his face, or he'll be screaming in her face, and it'll be this whole dynamic, and I'll just leave it alone, right? But then when things start to get physical and it's gone on long enough, then it's like, all right, then you have to intervene. I love those videos.
You're tagging out your partner at that time. My turn.
Like because I don't want to take the power away from her either, right? Like she needs to be able to assert her own authority within that relationship, and like it can't always be just me being, the dominant figure or whatever you want to call it.
But they know.
Right.
They know.
Yeah. But I find those videos hilarious that you'll find on either, Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever, where it's the mom and the son will set up a prank on the dad. Oh, yeah. And the mom will say something to the son, and the son will respond, "Shut up, mom," or something like that. He'll be purposefully disrespectful in, cahoots with mother, and the dad will come out of the recliner like, "What the hell did you just say?" Yeah. Or whatever, like getting ready to just beat the living shit out of him. And he's like, Dad, it's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke.
And Ddad can't turn it off that quick.
Right?
It's like, no.
Because, I mean, I haven't been there yet, but I have been, like when you witness though, somebody, your kid who you want to be respectful, especially of not only women, but the women in his own life. Oh, yeah. Right? That take care of him and are going to be influential. It's like, that is not okay. And you need to figure that out sooner rather than later, because it's going to be, I think I got that from my dad, because there was an instance when I was younger, and I'm about 8 years older than my brother, 8 years older than my sister, and about 5 years older than my brother. And so they were constantly doing stuff together, and I was just a little bit older, so it was one of those things where they're a little bit tighter with their relationship, but I got to witness some things that happened. Well, my brother was supposed to take his friend and my sister over to the pool, and we lived relatively close enough for them to be able to ride their bikes. Well, my brother took it upon himself to not only take my sister's bike, but put it in the shed and like to where she couldn't get it, and then ride off with his friend, leaving my sister at home. My dad found out about it. Dude. Like, I'm surprised that he was even still living after that. He was so mad, because it was one of those things, like, not only did you like leave her, but you took it upon yourself to make sure that she was going to be so far behind. Well, what if she did get her bike out and then eventually like tried to follow you there and got lost and all this other stuff? Like, you're supposed to be her protector, like the one that's supposed to take care of her, not only as her brother, but her older brother, right? Yeah. So it's like, man. So that lesson, although not directed at me, has always kind of directed my way of parenting too, especially since I found out, our second one was going to be a girl.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's a dynamic here, Noah, and like you have to, you have a role to play here.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially since they're only 15 months apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop this whining and kicking shit. You've got responsibilities
Right now at 2 years old.
Correct.
No, but
it's time to step it up, son.
I just think you got to, there is a portion of me where I'm like, yeah, he is only 2 years old. But then the other side of me is, well, you have to start early so that you set the expectation early so you're not trying to fix this when he's 16 or whatever.
Yeah,
so
pretty soon they're laying down on the floor of Shields.
Yeah.
And then they're chest bumping your wife.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody out there listening who doesn't think that I can move, let me tell you, go ahead and ask my son how that worked out. Because I might have made it 20 feet with 2 steps.
All of a sudden, the knee doesn't hurt nearly as bad.
Oh, no. We were numb.
Yeah.
We were numb. I think we call that rage.
Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
just rage.
It was like that a couple weeks ago when Baker Mayfield got hurt and somebody was trash talking him, and he quickly got up and got in the dude's face. It was like, nothing will heal an injury quicker than shit talking. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, my son could move his ass too, because he was down those steps real quick.
Well, he knew. He
was
knew.
going.
And they always know, don't they? They always know when they're in the wrong.
He
They're
knew.
Like, oh man, I just screwed up. Like, where's the door? How do I get out of here?
Yeah, he saw a towel and T-shirts fly in the air because I was coming off the couch. Yeah, yeah. Just as fast as he could go. It got real quick. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Well, this is a sports podcast, so I suppose we can transition into that. But shockingly, Kelly walks in here today, and I was like, yeah, we can talk about the World Series. And he goes, who won?
I'm all about sports, man. I'm dedicated.
Yeah, you should have. If there was one game that you were going to watch at baseball all year, it should have been this one, because it might go down as maybe one of the top 5 best baseball games ever played.
That's what I heard. I talked about it when I got home. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll watch Game 7. Maybe I'll just, see how it works out. And then I forgot.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. I mean, the back and forth, the momentum swings, everything that had happened basically from like the third inning on was everything that you want a baseball game to be, for sure. And it proves that when baseball is good, when the teams are evenly matched and things are competitive, that it can be one of the most entertaining sports just from a tension standpoint, because there's no clock. You're not waiting for time to run out. There's no strategy within that. It is your performance versus theirs within the allotted amount of time that you have as far as the innings are concerned. And if you don't capitalize on the opportunities given, you may never get those again. Mm-hmm. So, and that was a lot of this. Momentum swings, a lot of opportunities. I think at one point in time, both teams had the bases loaded and came away with no runs towards the end of the game. You've got close plays at home. You've got defensive plays at one point in time, back-to-back for the Blue Jays, where I think the center fielder makes an incredible diving play. And then the first baseman, Vlad Guerrero, makes another diving play at first down the first baseline to save runs and keep that game close. And dude, absolutely insane. Unfortunately, yes, the Dodgers did win, but it wasn't, it was one of those things where the Blue Jays had every opportunity. But I think it just goes to show you, number one, like pedigree, and then battle tested, which we talked about earlier this year when we were kind of talking about March Madness and things like that. Like how much credit or how much value do you put on a team being battle tested, being there before, and being able to overcome the adversity that they faced earlier on. Mm-hmm. I think you see that a lot in teams trying to get over the hump to win their first championship, and then you've got teams that have just been there, done that, so they're used to it. I think this was definitely a case of that, where you've got the Dodgers, who not only won last year, but have won previous years. Been there, done that. They've been on this stage before. They didn't blink. I think the Blue Jays were given multiple opportunities to win this game, and just one thing or another didn't fall their way to be able to get it done.
Yep.
So, and whether that's just luck of the draw or the most Canada thing ever, I'll let you decide.
Did they start Max Scherzer?
They did.
He was the starting pitcher.
Yeah, I think he went.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I think he went 5 or 6 innings.
Good for him.
Yeah, and then Yamamoto for the Dodgers, who pitched like 100+ pitches the night before, came in and pitched 2 1/3 and closed it down.
Of course he did.
Crazy.
With a name like Yamamoto.
Yeah.
You've got some closer in you.
The funniest thing that's come from all of this is there's a bunch of people on social media that are theorizing that Ohtani, who we've talked about on this show multiple times, and rightfully so, he's one of the best baseball players currently and may go down as one of the best of all time, doesn't actually need an interpreter.
Oh.
Like it's all a facade. Because they've caught him multiple times, like he does this interview with the interpreter, all this other stuff, and then towards the end of it, he says, "Thank you guys," and it's like the most pure, clean English you've ever heard in your life. And then on top of that, they've got video of him at first base where he's mouthing the words, "I didn't screw up this time," or something to that effect. And so now people are trying to put the pieces together, saying that like the interpreter is just a front, like he doesn't actually need it. He can speak fluent English.
Yeah.
So that has been actually pretty hilarious to watch people try to like put their tinfoil hats on for that one. And it may be true, it may be not. I don't know, but definitely makes for a fun conversation. I mean, Blue Jays, hell of a season. They're one of very few teams over the course of history within the MLB to go from last place to within basically what amounts to 1 out away from winning the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
So congrats to them. They're still young. We'll see if they're able to capture that momentum. They've got good pitching. Let's see if they can come back next year. But, man, I think baseball is one of the hardest things to consistently win at. So seeing the fact that the Dodgers have been able to do it 2 years in a row, now they do have a $350 million roster, so that does make things a lot easier. But, you know, with the season being as long as it is, and, I mean, this stretches from – we're in November currently. Season started, like, April. It's a long season. It's a long time, you know. So for the Blue Jays to want to gather all of that together and come back at it again, you know, you got to take some time and hopefully recalibrate and go at it again because you got another 180 games to go before you even make it to the postseason, and then all everything that goes in with that. So I don't know. But
What the hell is this guy? 162?
yeah,
Is that what it is?
yeah, it's 162.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. 162. So, and with postseason, it's probably 180 games total,
Oh my goodness.
roughly.
That's
It's a long season, man.
You can't hold my attention
Yeah.
that long.
It's a long season to come up 1 out short of winning the whole thing.
That's how it goes.
That hurts. That one would stick with me for a long time.
Like forever long?
Ooh, yeah. I'd probably wake up in a cold sweat every now and again, going, "Oh man, if we, that would suck."
Yeah,
I mean, that's
it
up
would.
there.
It would.
That's up there. That's like tearing your ACL the day before your birthday.
Yeah, Tucker.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft. It's a bummer. NFL was kind of interesting this week. You know, you had texted me during the Chiefs game where you're like, "Man, are they going to the Chiefs? All this talk about the Chiefs and favorable calls better end after this game." And I just said I'm not allowed to speak on any sort of football economics or study or whatever you want to call it due to the fact that the Packers lost to the Carolina Panthers at home. So
Yeah, that's not favorable.
No,
I
not
left
good.
it alone.
Not
I
good.
left it alone this time.
yeah.
I was too busy counting the false starts against the Bills that weren't called. 11. There were 11.
I was too busy counting the number of incomplete passes that Josh Allen had during that game. Oh wait, it was only like 5.
Yeah, correct. At one point, it was 2, and we were 3/4 of the way through the game.
Pretty sure he finished with an 88% completion percentage.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was also counting the number of times that James Cook got robbed of a touchdown in that game as well, because I
Why?
really could have used that
right.
in fantasy,
Yeah.
where the backup comes in, scores a touchdown, and then the amount of times he got stuffed on like the 2-yard line, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we'll just run this super handsome 6'5" quarterback over the top."
Yeah. And
Cool, man. You're already married to Haley Steinfeld. Why don't you just keep scoring touchdowns?
And what's forward progress anymore? What is it anymore? Can you define it
You
anymore?
can't officiate it.
So you can run in and bang somebody, and then, that didn't work, so now I'm going to turn my back, and I'm going to bang into somebody. That didn't work, so now I'm just going to, turn sideways and try to get skinny.
Well, they can't officiate it. I mean, we didn't even
No.
get into it last week, but there was a play with the Eagles during the tush push where they legitimately fumbled the ball, and the Giants picked it up, and they said no, his forward progress was stopped.
Exactly.
And you're like, that's no, like you let it go on and on and on until he gets a first down, but all of a sudden, a player makes a good play and takes away the ball, and forward progress is stopped.
That's what I mean. You'll watch running backs, and they run into the pile, and they're 3 yards downfield, maybe into the second level, and bam.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like forward progress is done. But now here come 5 offensive linemen. We grab a hold, and we just take off. I mean, what is runner assist?
Yeah.
What is forward progress? Somebody needs to define this shit for me, because
So you've named runner assist, forward progress.
Yeah,
it's illegal formation 99% of the time.
the tush push?
Yeah,
It is, every time.
False starts
And
all the time.
They start every single time they come early.
Yeah.
Every bit. But yeah, you watch the running back get in the pile, and all of a sudden he's being carried like 15 yards down the field. That thing stood there for eternity and didn't move at all. And then the lineman comes flying in, and now we're moving. And you just watch the official kind of sidestepping right along the pile. It's like, they're not going to blow the whistle. They're
Yeah.
like this. They're not going to blow the whistle. But I watched Josh Allen do that. I watched 11 false starts. Don't care. I told Brett yesterday I would love to see the sky cam. I would like to see the defensive coverage that Buffalo was running against Mahomes because he held the ball forever on play after play after play. And I don't know if guys were open. Can't see that, right? When you're watching it from the side view and the camera view, you can't see what's going on. But, man, he held the ball forever. And they were doing something that clearly had him stifled because he wouldn't let go. You know, and there might be the occasional pump fake or whatever it is. I don't know if that was a slug or an out and up. Can't see. But I'd like to see what Buffalo was doing back there because he looked very out of character. And you got a sense really early on, this baby's over. Because whatever they're doing right now, the Chiefs can't click. They can't get in rhythm.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe he was doing that thing where a lot of quarterbacks that are trying to basically win the games by themselves, where they're looking for that big play down the field, so they hold on to it too long.
He has been known to not take the short game when it's there.
Yeah.
He's been known to do that on occasion. That's typically against the Raiders, Broncos, Chargers,
Sure.
all those interdivision games.
Right.
But yeah. But there were 11 false starts. 11. I was counting them.
Yeah.
So it's valid, right?
Yeah.
I have credibility.
Your own independent
I have credibility.
research.
There were 11, and they were false. But Jawan Taylor gets out there, and all of a sudden he runs a kick step where he's going to get back into pass coverage. And, of course, it's 2.5 seconds early. Flag flies then. But they had guards and tackles moving before the snap 11 different freaking times, Ryan. And I just kept sitting there in my chair. False start. False start. False start. And my wife is like, you can quit saying that because they're not going to change it. And I'm like, I know, but it's fun.
Yeah.
False start. There's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the big news as we hit the first Tuesday in November, which is always the NFL trade deadline. Biggest news of the day just came across as we were sitting here. Logan Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'll tell you what.
That was teased last night. Big deal.
Huge.
Big deal for the Cowboys. Logan
Huge
Wilson
deal.
coming to play linebacker for the Cowboys. We had to wait a whole 24 hours, after the announcement from Jerry Jones that, the trade deals, they're in the process. You just got to trust the process, and sometimes you got to trust me. All right? I don't know why you would do that, but sometimes you just got to sit here and trust that I know what's best. Just like when I fired Jimmy Johnson way back in the day, and we haven't been relevant since. So you got to trust me. I got one of right.
Right. That's good.
I feel like it's close.
That's good. Yeah.
The only thing I was missing was a very long, allegory that made no sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I figured that was coming. That's
Sometimes you just got to shake hands with a rooster and trust him. That's what you got to do. That's what we did.
You got to know.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to be lucky enough to be born into an oil family and then have enough money to buy the Cowboys.
Yeah. And ruin them.
Yeah. And act like you know what you're doing. Will I die? No. I will not. So quit hanging your hat on that. Okay?
Well, didn't he say that they made a trade, he wasn't going to announce it, and that he was in the process of potentially 2 more at that time, but he just wasn't going to reveal them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to that effect. I loved all the Cowboy fans being like,
boy, you swung and hit on that first one, man. Logan Wilson, holy cow.
That'll
Game
fix
changer.
it. That'll fix it.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
They're going to – nobody's scoring more than 20 points on him now.
That'll make sure that Jacoby Brissett doesn't look like a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Heck yes. Yeah.
That's a bigger conversation, though. I don't think a lot of people are talking about, but this is the writing on the wall for Kyler Murray, right?
Yeah.
Because the offense is running way better than it did the first 5 games that he played, and they've kind of already been on the outs the last couple of years, but you have to think that where do you think he goes? Who do you think is interested in him?
See, but with Jacoby Brissett,
I'm not saying that Jacoby Brissett is the guy there, but I think it proves more so that the fact that Kyler is not.
Maybe, yeah. But Jacoby always does this, too. He comes in the backup role, and he looks good, right? And it makes people sit back and go, the hell are we doing? Maybe this guy should be the starter. And then when he gets the nod because of an injury or whatever the case is, he gets the nod, and it's like, the hell were we thinking? This guy is not starting material.
Because right now, after what you've seen, I mean, he played well against the Packers. He's put together 3 good games where he's looked more than serviceable. You would make the argument that you would start him over a Justin Fields, right?
Justin is a born third stringer. Yeah. He's definitely a backup. Yeah.
Oh, and that argument continued from last week too, which was hilarious because somebody had posted on the NFL memes Facebook page that Justin Fields was dressing up as a quarterback for Halloween. And so I clipped it, sent it to my buddy who's a big Justin Fields apologist. He then clips the total QBRs and sends it to me. And it's got Justin Fields sitting at 29. And I was trying to figure out what point we were trying to make, but I think it's his point is the fact that he's a starting quarterback. And I'm
he was within 32, right? So he's a starting quarterback.
And the ones below him were like Geno Smith and Spencer Rattler and like all these other guys. And I'm like, you're right. He is currently starting, but he's a placeholder.
Where's Joe Flacco on that list?
Much higher.
Okay.
Yeah, much higher.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's our beef.
You know,
we get along really well, but it's on this Justin Fields thing that we just don't see eye to eye.
Pittsburgh did wonders for him. Brought him in instead of Russell. Let him go for a little bit. Let him play 6 games, and all of a sudden it's like, no, we can't play him anymore. And that was contractual. You know this.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to pay him if we don't start him this many times.
Absolutely.
But they actually made him look serviceable.
Yeah.
Right? And I think you and I talked about it like, well, I mean.
But he wasn't stretching the ball down the field.
No, he wasn't. But maybe he's playing his way back into whatever. Maybe they're looking at a better draft pick for him, make him a little
But that was
more
the best
enticing.
situation he will ever be in.
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk about firm foundation within the Steelers as far as an organization goes.
The Bears were the best situation for him because they were god-awful. So it didn't matter how he played. Yeah. They just sucked overall.
Yeah. Anyway. No, the real reporting that's happening right now that actually happened as we started up the podcast was the fact that the Colts have traded for Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, cool name.
Yeah. So we get to break some news. Even though a lot of people won't listen to this for another day, but we get to break some news here on the Armchair Authority.
You heard it here first.
And so the Colts, who are now, I believe 7-2, one of the top teams in the AFC, playing really well. They did just lose this past week, but that's neither here nor there. They're looking to be all in. They think they got the sauce. And now they got the sauce.
They've got the sauce.
They just needed the gardener.
There it is.
What would a sauce gardener? Is that just what would you garden?
What?
With the plants that you garden as a sauce gardener, would they just
everything's salsa related?
Oh, I just thought like the plant would just like grow a bottle of sauce. You know.
That's dumb.
It'd be a sauce gardener.
That's dumb, and I want to stop thinking about it. Right, got it.
Yeah.
Sauce gardener. I'd say anything salsa. Anything tomatoes.
That's not a sauce, though.
Anything tomatoes.
Salsa cannot be a sauce.
How about tomatoes?
Do you think salsa is a sauce?
Salsa sauce. I mean, well, what the hell is it?
It's more of a dip.
What?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm going to disagree. You can pour salsa on a lot of things that ain't just a dip.
Is it a sauce, though?
I don't know. Tomatoes. You're gardening tomatoes.
That would be, you would be a sauce gardener if you're gardening tomatoes.
That's right.
See, I like the idea of just like the bottle coming out of the plant. You're like, hey, this is my
that's
horseradish sauce.
That's really dumb. I like worse.
Thanks.
Something I've gotten into recently is the worst shit ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that word. Worcestershire.
Oh, wash your sister sauce?
Yeah, there you go. I say worst shit ever. So we're throwing some steaks on the Blackstone. We're going to cut them up, have some Philly cheesesteaks. It's like, hey, I need the worst shit ever. And they come running. They bring the bottle. They know. I say worst shit ever. They know exactly what's coming.
That's pretty good.
That, my friend, is a sauce.
That is a sauce. I'll give you that.
It is a sauce.
It's a sauce. Sometimes it's the secret sauce.
It is. Like yum sauce.
And that's what the Colts think they have here because they just gave up Kelly. Not one, but two.
We were getting into the weeds there. Way to bring us back. Yeah. Way to go.
But 2 first-round picks.
2. That's a big deal. And I don't know that he's worth that. Why are you laughing? I don't know that he's worth 2 first-round picks. I mean, who am I to evaluate talent and whatever? 2 first-rounders, that's pretty huge because your first-round picks, Ryan, are generally, if you're drafted in one, you're a day one starter, right? Yeah. Generally.
Oh, and a wide receiver.
Yeah. That's kind of a big deal. Adonai Mitchell, I'd have taken him. Kid from Texas? Absolutely. Him and Xavier Worthy back together again? Oh, reunited and it feels so good.
So the Jets will get the 26 and 27 first-round picks and wide receiver Adonai Mitchell in the return, and the Jets now have 4 first-round picks to use over their next 2 drafts.
One of those is a trade-up value, for sure. 100% trade-up value. So
I think most people would think they're probably obviously going to go after probably the Indiana quarterback that Martinez or whatever his name is?
I don't know.
Who's the top
I just
prospect
keep hearing
there?
about Vandy's quarterback.
Yeah. Anyway, they'll probably more than likely use one of those to go after a quarterback. But I think now they're strategically positioned to let Aaron Glenn and the GM over there kind of build whatever vision it is that they have. Because at 1-7, and that one win coming off of a Breece Hall touchdown pass in just the final seconds of that game. And yes, that's right. I said Breece Hall touchdown pass. Showing just how much faith they have in Justin Fields to win them the game. They let the running back throw the ball for a touchdown.
Former Iowa Stater.
Yeah.
Let's get that plug in there. Isn't Sauce hurt a lot?
I don't know. He's got 20 tackles this year.
That's good.
And 6 pass defenses.
Ultimately, we don't want our corners leading the team in tackling, but I get it. I mean, you're the Jets.
Yeah, he's got 15 solo tackles, 20, and 6 pass defenses. So, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like he's been hurt a lot.
And, well, he does have a Q next to his name right here. So.
Oh, I just thought that meant quiet.
No.
But he's not quiet.
No, not at all. So.
What's another Q word?
Quick.
Okay, that's good.
It's quick.
That's better than what I had.
Yeah. So, as a former first rounder, I mean, the Jets obviously gave him, a couple of years. This will be his 3rd year with them. But, I mean, if you can get 2 firsts for a guy that, as Kelly says, probably not worth that, then why not? I think they win this trade, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and anybody's worth what you're willing to pay. The Colts are willing to pay 2 firsts and a wide receiver that they don't necessarily use, and so here we go.
So a new coach coming into New York is actually going to get 2 first-round picks when he comes in, because there's no way Aaron is going to survive this.
They'll give him a grace period for this year, and then we'll see exactly what happens.
Yeah, they're going to shit can him. It's New York.
You think he's done?
It's New York.
He doesn't even get 2 seasons. He just gets one.
I think it's a shit show dumpster fire going on with the Jets, and it has been for a number of years. I don't that win now mentality. It's going to be, they need butts in the seats, they need fans back, they need all this stuff. I don't think they're going to award Glenn that much time.
Okay, you heard it here first. Aaron Glenn.
Heard a lot of things here first. Even this trade. I mean,
I mean, it'll be a day late and $1 short, but it'll be there.
So what? Some people aren't going to know.
That's true.
Until they listen. They're like, oh my, they broke it.
Yeah.
We broke the internet.
Like, my wife will come home and she'll be like, the Colts traded Sauce Gardner?
Does she sound like that?
No.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Man,
that wouldn't have made it past the first date.
You wouldn't have married her.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. This is done.
My name's Ryan. I
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna. It's funny that you knew where I was going. It's funny that you knew.
Yep, I knew exactly where that was.
Anybody listening who knows me is like, I know exactly what Kelly was just going to do next.
Yep. Anyway.
Where the hell are we?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Sauce Gardeners.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Anywho, so what would you view as the biggest disappointment of this weekend as far as the NFL is concerned?
That puts me on the spot, Ryan. Let's see.
Do you need some help?
No, I don't. You know what? I would argue safely that the Carolina defeat of the Packers would be the biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can say disappointed because I don't particularly care for the Packers at all.
Are the Packers
I
frauds?
like Matt LaFleur. No.
You don't think so?
No. They're NFL guys on both sides of the ball. We've said that time and time again. They're professional athletes on both sides of the ball. This shit can happen.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know that it's disappointing. Is it a shocker? Yeah, big time. When I saw the score feed and I saw what was going on, I'm like, well.
So here's your candidates. Green Bay would be a candidate. The Washington Commanders. Wow.
Yeah,
The Washington Commanders would be another candidate. I think you could throw Dallas in there a little bit, considering I think they were favored by at least double digits.
Yeah, nobody cares.
And that would kind of be where I'd end that. Detroit lost, but that's a Minnesota game.
Bears fans. Yeah. Bears fans. How unrealistic and delusional are the Bears fans? I had a Bears fan lighting my phone up about their win. See, I told you, and I know this team better than you think I do. And
you mean they almost choked away like a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter?
To a really not good Bengals team.
You
gave up 42 points to a not good Bengals team.
I think so. As much as I hate Green Bay losing to Carolina, they were 13-point favorites. Green Bay was against Carolina. You gotta handle your business. You gotta quit playing down to your opponents and just play. Just beat a team you're supposed to beat, please. That's all I'm gonna say. But the way the Washington Commanders season has unraveled since pretty much the first week is something to be studied for sure. And there might even be a curse on that team because now you've got something playing out with Jaden Daniels that is very eerily similar, if not almost the exact same way that happened with RG3 a while ago.
Heard that.
So, I mean, Daniels is probably done for the year. More than likely, he's got a dislocated elbow, which, if you saw the video, yuck.
Damn shame, too, because I think I picked him for the league MVP this year.
Yeah, probably, maybe. But, yeah, he's they were down, 31-7 or something like that.
It wasn't good.
They were down a lot.
It wasn't good.
Multiple scores, and I don't know why he was even in there at that point in time. He's been on and off with injuries. And the Commanders themselves have just they haven't been able to put together a full game, let alone a full season at this point. But now you've got another situation where you've got your franchise quarterback who may never be the same again. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not even going to begin to compare, mentals and things like that between RG3 and the injuries and everything that happened with him and all of that. But again, you've got a really good rookie season that led you to the NFC Championship game, and now you've got some malpractice within coaching on Dan Quinn's part where he's got his starters out there in a game that's not going to be winnable, and he loses his starting quarterback and basically the entire franchise on one play. What do you think? I mean, obviously their season's done. I would say the Commanders can't really recover from this. They weren't really playing all that well beforehand.
No.
Do you put that on Dan Quinn?
No. I think that happens. I think those situations happen. You can't put that on Dan Quinn. You cannot.
Would you have had him out there?
You can. What?
Would you have had him out there?
No, but I'm not an NFL coach.
Well, I mean, in this situation you are.
I'm a guy in a chair with a, second-rate freaking microphone sitting in front of my face. No. I think the philosophy for some of these guys is, it's a blowout. It's a not winnable game. Is unwinnable a word? Unwinnable? It's a not winnable game. But I think some of these coaches look at it as, we have failed in the first 7 or 8 weeks to develop an identity and kind of get a rhythm and kind of get things going. Maybe this is a shot to do that. So we're just really going to use this as a scrimmage, and we're going to try some new shit. We're going to stop being vanilla. We're going to try new formations. We're going to do some things, and we're going to use this as kind of a platform to try something new. Maybe that's the logic. Maybe that's the thought. And then, injuries happen. Injuries happen quick. Tucker Kraft. Name the injuries, these fluke injuries that happen all of a sudden. It's like, whew, man. Everybody can sit back with 20/20 vision in the old hindsight and be like, oh, he's an idiot. What was he doing out there?
Well, I think it's just...
And no, I'm not calling you an idiot.
I'm just saying it. With those situations, you look at it and go, that was avoidable.
Oh, yeah.
That was avoidable. It didn't need to even happen. And I think that's the frustrating part, not only for people that are Commander fans, but people that are a fan of Jaden Daniels and just the sport in general. You're like, man, that didn't even need to... What are we doing? Well, you could have totally avoided that entirely. It was unnecessary.
Yeah, this day and age.
And players want to play. And I get that. But at some point, you got to understand that players aren't thinking about the overall, right? They're just thinking about the then and now.
Yeah.
Because every single one of them thinks they can overcome a 21-point deficit.
As are the fans, so now we play the blame game. Somebody's got to be accountable for this injury and how this is going to go.
Yeah.
We don't look at the body of work that we've just seen through the first 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Dan Quinn's an idiot.
Yeah.
I've said it since the beginning of the season. This guy's an idiot. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. But at some point, you kind of got to look at it from a standpoint of like, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to not give up more? I always look at it from a baseball standpoint where if you've got a runner on third and there's a ball hit to the outfield, the best thing to do is to throw it to second, not try to throw the runner out at home, especially if you're like in the second or third inning. Because if you can prevent the batter from getting 2 bags on you by throwing to home and keep the force on, you're willing to sacrifice a run to have a better situation for the next batter.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what it is here. The game was done. You were down 28-0, and it wasn't going in your favor. And I'm not advocating for, well, you should just give up. But at some point, you got to read the tea leaves and go, okay, like this isn't going in our favor.
We should just give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you're late in the third and you're still down by 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah.
I don't know. And sometimes you put the backup in and you gain some momentum, right?
Wacky shit happens.
It's happened before. I've seen it happen. So it's sometimes I think you just got to weigh the options, and I just don't think that was a smart thing to do at that point in time.
Yeah. You might be right.
So
You are entitled to your opinion, Ryan.
Thank you.
You are.
I appreciate that.
And I'm going to let you have this platform for it. I was disappointed with the Vikings in Detroit.
Well, Detroit was a 9.5-point favorite.
I don't like the Vikings at all.
I don't either, but
And
I was
don't
happy
like
they
JJ
won.
Yeah, of course you are. That's divisional crap.
Yeah.
I don't like J.J. McCarthy, and I don't like the Vikings. I don't particularly care for the Vikings. And Detroit, I mean, I think I said last week, recipes kind of out there, how to beat them, And now the Vikings get to pull one off, which is, now I got to listen to them all week. We just beat the Lions.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I have come to... The Bears have definitely moved into my first spot of, like, the fan base that I just want to see not win ever again. The Vikings were there for a long time, but I think Viking fans, and I've talked about this before, I think they've been beaten into submission so much that they kind of understand.
But they keep coming back.
But not the ones that I talk to. Typically, if I were to talk to anybody, they go, yeah, that was great, but, like, we're still not a great football team at this point.
Well, you need to link me up with that social circle because the people that I know who are Vikings fans, they just keep coming back. Hey, we're 3-1 in the preseason. Watch out. We're going to win the division.
Watch out now.
Watch out.
Yeah. But even as good as that win was, they're still sitting at 4-4.
Yeah.
And they still have a tough schedule to go ahead. I mean, Chicago will gloat about the fact that they're 5-3 and they haven't really played anybody. So, that's how this always goes. Chicago always has.
What do you mean? That's a high quality Bengals team there.
They give you enough hope.
You went on the road. It's all about winning on the road, right? They went to Cincinnati against a really good football team and allowed 42 points.
Yep. So, I mean, they're going to take their lumps here towards the end of the year. They got to play Detroit one more time. They got to play Green Bay twice. They've got to play the Steelers and the Eagles. So, I mean, if they can get through that section, they've got a couple of, the Giants aren't anybody to sleep on for sure. I mean, they lost a little momentum when Scadaboo got hurt.
They're going to lose to the Browns.
But, you figure it's New York, then it's the Vikings, then it's the Steelers, then it's the Eagles, then it's the Packers, the Browns, the Packers again, San Francisco. Not a bad team. And then the Lions. I mean, if they can make the playoffs based on what's remaining on their schedule, then I will happily eat my words. But this is setting up for a classic Chicago letdown, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. This is just what it is. Sometimes you are who you are. Then great, you've won 5 games. But you've been in this position before, even with Justin Fields, where it's like, hey, all right, like we're feeling pretty good. We're a couple games above, and then you lose 7 in a row.
Yeah.
And reality starts to set in, and like I don't know. I'm just not. I have a hard time buying them.
For the sake of the guy blowing up my phone this last weekend about the win over the Bengals, he better hope and pray
that they don't lose to the Giants.
On about a 7-game skid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and they were up by a lot in this game too, to the point where I kind of like stopped paying attention to it, and then I kind of glanced over at the score later in the day, and I'm like, oh damn, Cincinnati. And I think they ended up tying it at some point.
Well, they scored 3 touchdowns in like the last minute of the game.
Well, they got an onside kick. It was a whole
absurd.
Deal. Yeah. So, craziness. But you know what else started, Kelly? I guess not what else started, but what has started yesterday was college basketball.
Oh yeah.
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 So we are now in the midst of all of that heading forward.
Who's going down? Who's going down in that betting scheme? They said that there were three major university basketball programs that are involved in that betting crap.
Oh man, I would.
Who's going down in
my money?
Because you want to talk about breaking it first?
Yeah,
we need to break it first. Who's going down?
My money's on Patino. That guy's always shady looking. It looks like a vampire. It looks like he's always got some sort of like mob scheme going on.
Yeah, there's something going on.
He's just like, eh.
Yeah.
Ever since he left Louisville, it's like, what's this guy doing?
You know
what's
he's
he doing.
That's how he's landing in these premier jobs.
Staying up all night as a vampire and just making bets.
Yeah. They said the person that was handling the Chauncey Billups thing and whatever said that they are still investigating, right in the middle of an investigation involving 3 major college basketball programs. I want to know who they are.
Major.
Somebody needs to tell us. Just email us.
Yeah.
I don't care about general media. Like, they need to let us know. We need to know things.
The Armchair Authority at gmail.com. You can go ahead and send it over there.
Correct.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. Obviously, way early in the season, like you had number 3 Florida lose to, I think, number 10 or something as far as Arizona is concerned. So, 2 top-ranked teams played yesterday. Obviously, this means nothing until we get to March. But I'll be interested to see exactly what breaks down, not only with what you're talking about, but just as a whole. Because it seems like there's a lot of stuff happening here that they're kind of slowly unfolding. Whether or not the actual big names get thrown out there is another question. You put your tinfoil hat on and you're like, you get a fairly big name coach and a who cares player to kind of take the fall for this.
Yeah.
Who was involved in this that's not going to be even mentioned because it would be, these sports are too big to fail, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That third string point guard that we never see take his warm-up jersey off.
Terry Rozier.
He was the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's been in the underground.
Yeah, and Chauncey Billups is just a big enough name to be like, interesting.
Yeah.
But not big enough to be like, oh, man, that's crazy.
People are rolling now. Yeah. Oh, information's flying now, and everybody's rolling. They're trying to save their own ass, and let's work out a deal. They'll be in witness protection. They'll be all over the place. Something's going to break.
Yeah. Well, you know that Billups knows things.
Oh, yeah. Wait until Michael Jordan gets pulled back in it, because that's coming.
Well, at one point there was a report about even Kevin Garnett
boy.
got brought to one of these games, but it never specified whether he was the one taking advantage of the games or if he was one of the ones that got taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that happened too, because they're talking about it's like a $250,000 buy-in just to get into those poker games.
That's awesome.
So, and I'm sure he's got the quiche to get into that, but then that's kind of probably what they're trying to sort out is like, what role did you play in this? Were you a victim or were you, an offender? I don't know. So we'll see.
Dangerous game.
Everybody was talking about the hoodie that Chauncey wore to court, which kind of indicts I think it's the agent, whoever LeBron James uses as his agent, that kind of played into that as well. Because then there was some more stuff that came out about either his agent or somebody that works for his agent basically having prior knowledge to whether or not LeBron and these other players are going to play and then using that knowledge to make bets on games. So, like, if you knew LeBron wasn't going to play because you had insider information basically stating that, like, you knew his knee wasn't good to go, you can make a bet based on that, what the outcome would be because, well, LeBron's not going to play. So the chances of his team losing are probably greater than it would be if he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, ick. It's just all ick.
I think people are going to start disappearing. That's what I think is going to happen.
Well, maybe.
Suddenly there's going to be a lot of faces and names on milk cartons. Like, we haven't seen this person in a while. And there's going to be an abundance of lime sold at some of the Fleet Farm stores.
Lime? Oh,
Lime.
yeah. Or lie?
Lime. Is it lie?
I think it's lime. It's lie. Yeah.
We'll go with lie.
Yeah, it's lie.
It's all lies.
Yeah. You're right. All right, so you handed me a piece of paper when you came in that just has a bunch of schools on it.
I did. College football.
Okay. What are we doing here?
Well, you always set these things up for me, and you kind of blindside me because you want to play games and stuff. So I've decided today, Ryan.
You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. There is only
There you go. Right, so in honor of Halloween, we're going to do a little jigsaw, and I want to play a game.
Nothing but the best quality here.
The thing that you can take it out if you want. The thing that ruined it was I do in fact know you. So, but other than that, this will be a lot of fun. So, Ryan, we've talked about coaching carousel in college football, right? And we've got a few more that bit the dust. So obviously, people probably know that Hugh Freeze was fired from from Auburn, right? What I've done here is I have put together a list of 11. Most people are talking about 9 coaching vacancies, right? I put together a list of 11, right? I gave you all of the schools that are looking for head coaches. What I'm going to do here, which is going to make this a little bit of fun, I'm going to read you a little snippet. In terms of which job is the most attractive. Which job is the most attractive? And we will basically, I want you to tell me who the schools are, right? Based on a little snippet of the stuff that we got here. You can then tell me if you feel like the ranking is correct. Once we get done, you can say, hey, is this right? Whatever it is. But I'm going to read you snippets. You tell me who the school is. These are in no random order, right? I'm not going to start at 11 and work my way up to 1. I'm just going to give you random stuff. You've got your list. You tell me who they are. Sound good?
Sure.
Cool. Give me a pen so I can keep track of my own stuff. I don't have a pen. You got a pen? Give me a pen. Fantastic. Now, I'm probably going to screw this up on occasion. If I happen to mention a conference, so what? Right? As long as I don't mention the team, we don't really care. Okay. First team we're going to talk about, Ryan. The previous coach is no longer employed by this university after a 16-24 record. All right.
Okay.
This school is a sleeping giant in a winnable ACC. Financial investment has finally caught up, and its fan base provides one of the most passionate home field advantages in the sport. Recruiting the Mid-Atlantic and improving player retention are keys stepping forward. If the school's new funding plan produces results, this team can reemerge as a contender in a conference with more opportunity than barriers. So what you have there is identifiers. You've got ACC, right? You have one of the most passionate home field advantages in the sport, and hoping to reemerge as a contender in a conference. I feel like I'm gonna have to get the old the sand tube.
Yeah. Shoot. Oklahoma State. I don't know. Like, you talk about ACC, so I'm thinking a sleeping giant with a home field advantage.
Yeah, most passionate home field advantages in the sport. Okay, here we go. Hint time. Hint time. This is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Hint time. Okay. Brent Pry was the coach who was recently fired.
The hell is that?
Well, he used to be a D coordinator at Penn State.
Oh, okay. Yeah, totally.
Starts with a V.
Well, so I was thinking about Virginia Tech, but I couldn't remember.
That's it.
I couldn't, like, you talk about home field advantages.
Oh man, have you seen the games when the Hokies are at home?
I'm sure I probably have. But
Insanity. There was a point in time not entirely long ago where teams didn't want to play there.
that doesn't feel like an SEC or an ACC team.
Okay, but I'm going to tell you this. They're actually ranked, amongst these 11, they are ranked as the 5th most attractive job.
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech Hokies.
Huh.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sleeping giant.
Here you go. This one, I'm going to question your IQ if you don't get this one.
Well, start questioning.
Okay, you ready? This school's academic identity and new ACC placement creates challenges, but leadership under a certain individual who used to play there as a quarterback and recent major donations signal renewed focus. The school's goal is to reestablish disciplined developmental football capable of competing for bowl berths while maintaining academic standards.
When you talk about academics, the only place I can go to is Stanford.
Nice work. Ding, ding. Ranked the 9th most attractive on this list of 11.
I like the bowl berths. I
Bowl
like
berths.
that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good
because they
stuff,
know they're
right?
probably never going to compete for a national championship. So it's like, hey, let's get back to that like 9-10 win season thing, so we can, feel better about it.
Yeah, and you know who the leadership is under, right? Andrew Luck.
Oh, okay.
Leadership.
I guess I
under
didn't.
Andrew
I guess
Luck.
I didn't
Yep.
know that.
There you go.
What's he doing over there?
He's leadership.
Like, is he president of football operations?
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Let's go with that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
He's some type of leadership.
Okay. Smart guy.
All right, here you go. This team offers a platform built on stability, financial strength, and a ready-made roster. Program sits on the edge of the college football playoff contention every year, boasting national facilities and recruiting access to the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, Midwest. A $700 million renovation to their stadium underscores long-term commitment, and administrative alignment is solid under their athletic director. Next head coach of this inherits a team capable of winning immediately and competing annually for the playoffs.
Sounds like LSU. But I mean, LSU, I don't know, it sounds like one of the big three that's out there right now.
Okay. I'm going to go with you are correct. Which one of the big three? And it's not LSU. Process of elimination.
Stadium renovations?
Yep.
Did Penn State do that?
Bingo.
Really?
Bingo.
Huh.
Ranked number 2 in terms of attractiveness.
They're so cute.
We know you are one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Not a lot going on here. This coach was actually fired after a 5-14 record. Okay? Now, dead giveaway. This team's realignment fallout.
Seems like UCLA.
Realignment fallout
No.
Realignment fallout reshaped its ceiling, yet its infrastructure remains solid. This team's fan base and player development model provide stability. In a rebuilt, the hell with it. In a rebuilt Pac-12 landscape, consistent bowl contention is realistic.
Pac-12?
Yep. Now you know there's only two.
Colorado?
Negative.
No, I guess I don't know my Pac-12s that well because you've got SEC. Is Oregon still in the Pac-12?
That's it. Oregon State.
Oregon State.
The Beavers. The Beavers. All right, you ready?
I guess.
This is a great one. You're doing great on
I'm
this.
not doing
You're doing a
great
great
on this.
job.
I got one so far.
This school remains a top-tier job with unmatched local talent and elite facilities. This team's brand power ensures recruiting reach, and a strong NIL foundation can accelerate a turnaround. The challenge lies in sustaining success against peers like two other very huge schools, being Georgia and LSU, while stabilizing
Why did you say LSU? Because then it's Florida now.
While stabilizing internal leadership. Their roster is high caliber, but inconsistent.
Yeah, it's got to be Florida.
There you go. Well, I just want to give you hints so we don't sit here all day. You know, nobody wants to sit here all day. All right. This is
So for those out there, that leaves Colorado State Rams, that leaves the LSU Tigers, that leaves the Auburn Tigers, the Arkansas Razorbacks, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, and the UCLA Bruins left on this list.
Okay, here we go. This program's volatility does not hide its upside. This team sits in a recruiting sweet spot and remain a passionate, well-funded, I'll leave the conference out, program. Their facilities rival any in the conference, and the roster features legitimate top 10 talent. The issue has been alignment. Boosters and leadership have too often pulled in different directions. Still, with the right coach and unified vision, this school can return to the national stage. Its ability to attract elite candidates reflects just how powerful this job remains.
Auburn.
Good call. Ding, ding.
The only reason I got that is from the back to the national stage.
There you go. Good. See, little hints in there. You are, in fact, listening, which is very helpful for me. Very helpful.
It's helpful for me, too, you know? It's kind of...
All right, well, this coach got fired. You know what? I think I can throw this out there and you're not going to know. Jay Norvell was the coach, fired after an 18-26 record. This school combines first-class facilities with strong local support. Their challenge is converting those resources into wins in a deeper, restructured league. Success here starts with identifying talent and building continuity through the portal.
Got to be a portal team, so that narrows it down to, and don't say anything until I give an answer.
I understand. Don't tell me what to do or what not to do.
Well, I've tried to do this before, and you're like, meh! When you talk about needing portal, I'm going to go Colorado.
Good call. And just for the sake of any UC fans, it is the Colorado State Rams.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the Rams.
All right.
Got a Hemi in that thing?
This is great. All right, man. This school remains the premier opening in college football. Do I need to say anything more?
Is it LSU?
There you go.
Okay.
Save me that long, drawn-out shit because LSU obviously paid this dude.
I was the premier. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
there's some good schools on here.
See, I don't... Whatever. I probably said last week that LSU was the most attractive, but here's a good one. Previous record. This one's kind of funny. Previous coach's record before termination, 32-34. Damn near 500. 32-34. Okay? This school combines fan passion with financial potential. Yeah, fan passion with financial potential, but faces stiff competition inside their conference. The program's facilities are strong, and its recruiting ties stretch into Texas, yet its geography limits in-state talent. The right coach will need to maximize evaluation and development while expanding NIL support. This program's ceiling remains high enough to contend for bowl games and occasionally push into the playoff mix.
So it's either Arkansas or Oklahoma, and I'm going to go with Oklahoma just because you talked about recruiting out of Texas.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
It's Arkansas, huh?
It is.
Huh.
It is Arkansas.
Dang it. I had a 50-50 chance.
The
of
Razorbacks. The
Screwed
hint I
up.
would have given you was the interim coach is Bobby Petrino. But I don't need to use that anymore because you got it wrong. Okay, moving on.
I'll be interested to see what this person has to say about UCLA.
This school offers a massive market and a path to national exposure. Facilities have improved, and within this state, recruiting remains fertile. Fan engagement. I had to say it. It's written. It's written. I didn't come up with this on my own. I even circled it. I circled it because I knew you were going to get that.
So many.
Fan engagement and financial commitment, however, need a jolt. This program's next coach must energize donors and convert local talent into sustained success.
I'm going to go with Oklahoma on this one. Oklahoma State.
Wrong.
Is it really?
You were wrong.
Man, I must. I feel like I hold Oklahoma State in higher regard than whoever's writing this.
They have a massive market and a Big Ten path to national exposure.
Yeah. Well, it's UCLA. Sorry, there's
Okay,
only
good
two.
work.
There was only two left. My bad. It was process of elimination. There,
You said
so-
not to say anything until
Yeah.
you give an answer, so I don't want to get yelled at.
Fair
again.
enough. Fair enough.
All right, and last you got the old Oklahoma State Cowboys, right? Process of elimination. Don't need to read their
Wow,
stuff.
I was doing good there until this last one.
You did fine. Here's how they're ranked. You feel free to chime in if you want. LSU at 1.
Well, what did they say about Oklahoma?
Oh, you do want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Remains a strong job with clear playoff access and strong identity. Proximity to Texas, recruits, and a winnable league structure make it appealing for coaches looking to rebuild quickly. Donor enthusiasm and modernized NIL backing will determine how fast this team
This
rebounds.
is the same thing that he gave for Arkansas.
With the right hire, this school could reclaim its place as a Big 12 contender.
He
within
copied
a
and
season
pasted.
or
He
two.
copied and pasted and changed a couple things, but that was like the exact
I
same
didn't
thing.
write it. Why are you angry? Get rid of the forehead vein. You're getting all angry.
Ridiculous.
So ranking-wise, from attractive to least attractive,
Five
LSU, Penn
five.
State, and Florida.
Least attractive?
From the most attractive to the least attractive, this particular writer from SI says LSU, Penn State, Florida, followed by, and I don't agree with this, Auburn, Virginia Tech, and Arkansas. I don't think that the Auburn job is appealing as this guy makes it up to be, but maybe it is. Followed by Oklahoma State, UCLA, Stanford, Oregon State, and Colorado State. I feel like the UCLA job is pretty attractive. I think some of that he mentioned about UCLA is right on the head, right? Massive market, national exposure. They do have new and improved facilities. Recruiting is very strong out there, obviously. Fan engagement, I mean, we saw that, right? We saw that when they played Penn State, all 24 of them. Fan engagement's a huge deal. Energize donors and convert local talent into sustained. I think the recruiting out there is a nightmare with USC and all the other schools out in California. I think it's an absolute nightmare. But there you go. There's the 11 most attractive college openings right now.
Right on, man.
And it's odd to me. It's odd to me that none of them have been filled. And I understand we're midway through the college season. Coaches that they may want or coaches whose contracts are coming to an end, they want to wait until the end. But the fact that there's no scuttle on any of these guys and any of these programs is a little bit interesting to me.
Yeah, I think you'll see more of it come December timeframe, especially now since they moved that transfer portal window back to January, which we've been complaining about for a while. So it's glad that they actually took the initiative to do that.
I think a couple of these jackwagons are going to hire from within. And I think they're going to make a huge mistake.
Sure. And I also think that there's candidates out there that are still currently in the hunt for playoff contention, things like that. So they don't want to, like a Lane Kiffin, for instance. Old Miss doing pretty well.
Yep.
Probably knowing kind of how his personality is, he'll probably move on from there.
Okay.
But, you don't want to be a distraction. So they'll kind of wait to see how that plays out. I think it's similar to, kind of how the NFL is at times where you can't talk to them until after their season ends.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because nobody tampers, right?
No.
Nobody tampers.
No.
That's
Nobody
not a
cheats.
thing.
Nobody does any of that stuff.
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
None of that happening.
All right.
So.
Good stuff.
Very good.
work.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, roger that.
That was awesome.
Way to nail them.
Yeah. Not really. I went 5 for 6. So. It's not nailing it. That's a loser. Big loser.
I didn't know how to set that up for you to make it more enjoyable, other than giving you the actual names of the colleges. So it wasn't.
That was helpful.
It's not,
Yeah.
just taking a handful of shit and throwing it at the wall.
That
and
was
see what
helpful
sticks.
because I think off the top of my head, only being the lukewarm college football fan that I am, I probably would have only known 4 or 5 schools that had openings.
See, I'm surprised with
Not
the circus.
11?
Yeah, and I'm surprised with the circus. And I put Colorado State on there. I understand that's not the most attractive. Obviously, it was 11th on the list. But with the circus going on at Colorado, with Sanders and company and what's going on over there, and kids kind of bailing out of there because they don't like Sanders or Sanders doesn't like them, and he's kind of, hey, you don't like it, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Colorado State doesn't land a few more really good quality in-state kids, or even from the surrounding area. I'm surprised that they don't, because I feel like being recruited and or playing at the University of Colorado or Colorado University, whatever they say. I'm surprised that Colorado State doesn't reap more reward from that, because you're either in or out at Colorado, right? Like there's no in between. You're either heavily recruited or you are not looked at or spoken to at all.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they haven't kind of regrouped a little bit. Plus, Fort Collins is awesome. I mean, great college town, great town.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of people that know that.
Yeah.
A lot of the middle of the country gets missed. That's why they call it, flyover states. But
Yep.
there's a lot of good to be had over here in the middle of the country. Come
Yeah,
check
there
it
is.
out.
There
It's
is.
kind of a double-edged sword, right? Where you want to brag about how great it is, but you don't want to brag enough to the point where people are like, oh, I should move there.
Yeah, right.
No, stay away.
No, get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. You can visit. That's fine.
Yes. 7-day maximum.
Yep.
Then get the hell out.
Yeah.
Be gone.
No, but you're very right. I mean, it's the same argument that you make about, why aren't the Rockies able to put together a good, it's a great town. Every other sports team there has been able to win a championship. What's the deal?
Yeah, that's the thing.
And a lot of it boils down to program, organization, all of those. So,
Yep. And I think some of these have significantly higher NIL deals and
Oh, yeah.
collectives.
For sure.
I think they've got more access
And
to
money.
boosters and donors and all that.
yeah,
Yep.
money is what you're talking about. If,
Agreed. And that's what kids are looking for nowadays. I mean, I think a lot of your 4 and 5 star kids are looking for dollar signs
Yeah.
more so than maybe the history or the legacy of the program or whatever the case is. So
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, you have anything else?
yeah, man.
You do?
NFL power rankings.
Ooh, all right.
Remember?
No.
Have you looked at them?
No.
Okay.
Do you need music for this too?
No,
Oh.
you can. I just want to know if you agree with them. So these are effective this morning, and these were from ESPN. Okay, just so we cite the source
Yes.
appropriately.
ESPN.
It's from ESPN.
ESPN.
It is ESPN. Where do you want to start? You want to start at 1?
Just how many you got there?
I think I took the top 15.
Okay. Just throw one out there, and I'll try to guess where it's at.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Good job. Okay.
And lay your, separate your paper so I don't know that you're going to the next. It'd be pretty. Yeah, there you go. That way I can't
Boy,
tell.
I got all these freaking parameters. I got
Well, I can tell if you switch papers, then I know it's going to be a lower ranked team.
parameters. All right, so there's 15.
Okay.
I took the top 15.
Yep.
And this is from ESPN to cite my source appropriately again. Okay?
Okay.
I'm just giving you the team. You're going to tell me where, right?
Okay.
Cool. Tampa Bay Buccaneers sitting at 6-2.
6-2, Tampa Bay. They're going to be in the top 10.
Correct?
They're going to be in the top 7.
Correct?
They're going to be sitting right around number 4.
Wow. Ding. Ding. Very good. Number 4. ESPN says their most important game remaining is Week 16 at the Carolina Panthers. So I think they got a pretty good shot to hover around that 4 spot.
Okay.
Okay, cool beans. Here's a fun one. After this weekend, Indianapolis Colts.
Indianapolis Colts now 7-2. Just lost to who the heck did they just lose to?
Broncos.
Yes, they lost to a good Broncos team.
Yeah.
They were probably sitting in the top. They were
I'll
in the
tell
top.
you this. Last week they were 1.
Yeah, a loss to the Broncos isn't going to drop you down very far, in my opinion. But they always give the Bills a little bit more credit than they deserve, especially after beating Patrick Mahomes. Who else would still be up there? They'll probably give the Broncos a bit of a big nod too after beating the Colts. Something tells me the writers got them at like 5.
3.
Are they 3?
Three.
3 was my gut, but damn it.
3, with their strongest or the most important game remaining being the Falcons in Week 10 in Berlin.
I thought maybe the writer would kind of like, oh, they finally lost one here, and that would have cost him like 4 slots. You know how that goes, but only 2 is not bad. Okay.
Last week's number 7
Okay.
is this week's Green Bay Packers.
A loss to Carolina, not great. Inconsistencies over the course of the last couple of weeks. That's going to drop them down to 10.
11.
Ooh, they dropped outside of the top 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
most important game remaining, they say, is Week 12 against the Vikings.
That's the most important one?
Yep.
Not 2 games against the Bears and another one against the Lions?
Negative. They're saying Week 12 Vikings.
And Monday night against the Eagles?
Negative. They're saying Week 12 Vikings. I don't write it.
ESPN.
Yeah. Okay. Last week's number 6 is this week's Kansas City Chiefs.
ESPN really likes the Chiefs.
You think?
Yeah.
Not so much in this.
Oh, man. So they're 6?
They were 6 last week.
And a loss to the Bills.
Correct.
9?
10.
10. Okay.
10.
All right.
Fell 4 spots.
4. That's it. Yeah. Okay.
They fell 4 spots. Last week's number 4 moves up to number 1.
Bills.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah. I know how that goes.
Yeah.
I know how that goes. You get a big old excitement from beating Mahomes, and that's just what happens.
Right. So the Chiefs, again, the Chiefs lose to the Bills, right?
Drop 4 spots.
They drop 4 spots, whereas the Bills beat the Chiefs by a touchdown.
Yep.
And improve roughly 3-4 spots.
Well, that's the part of it.
So
that
which one are we looking at as a stronger team
right
here?
Well, and then even with the Colts, who lose to a good Broncos team,
yeah,
and I'm sure they've probably got the Broncos up there as well. They might even be above. You'll tell me where they're at.
No, you're going to tell me where they're at. That's the game.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So Bills at 1, right?
Yep.
Chiefs fall all the way to number 10.
Okay.
Which we can lose to a team who's number 1 now by a touchdown, and we fall
Drop
4
4
spots.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Last week's number 3 is now the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, the Eagles didn't play.
And somehow managed.
Are they 2?
Yes.
Wow.
We didn't play and we still managed to go up.
Wow, that's some Ohio State shit right there.
They say the most important game remaining for the Eagles is Week 10 at Packers.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Last week's number 8 is the Los Angeles Rams.
The Rams.
6-2.
I'm gonna say they went up to number 6.
Number 5.
Man,
You're
I'm
close.
right there.
You're
I'm
close.
Right there.
You're right there.
I haven't been more than 1 off so far.
Right there. Okay. Last week's number 10 is this week's New England Patriots.
New England, they kind of have a little bit of a close game this week against the Falcons.
A little bit of a close game.
I don't know. They'll give them credit. Drake May's playing well. I'm going to say, so they were at 10?
They were at 10.
That'll boost them up 2 spots to number 8.
There you go. Ding, ding. 1-point win gets 2 spots in the power rankings. Way to go. So last week's number 9 is now the Denver Broncos.
Ooh, they're going to make a big jump. So what slots are, so we've had.
I love that you're not writing these down.
I know, right? So we've had.
You've got 1.
1,
you've got
2.
2.
We've got 4.
You've got 3. You've got 4. You have 5.
I don't have 3.
Yeah, you do. Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, yeah, I do.
We talked about them.
Sorry.
Don't freaking argue with me. I got it in front of me. You don't. Man, you better.
Jeez, Dad. Chill out, man. Come up out of that chair.
Forehead thing. So tight.
Okay, so the Broncos were where last week?
Last week they were 9.
They were 9.
Correct.
They're on a bit of a heater here.
Beat the,
Beat the Colts.
They only beat the team that was 1 last week.
That's going to vault them up to like number 5.
7.
7.
Yeah, they gained 2 spots beating the number 1 power ranked team last week. So now go ahead and talk to me about Chiefs, Bills, and some of these other ones. Yeah. Broncos moved.
I like how the Chiefs lost the same number of spots that the Packers did.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay, sounds good. Last week's number 2 is this week's Detroit Lions.
Oh. 5's open? 5 and what?
5 is not open.
6 is open?
6 is open.
They're at 6 then.
Good call.
Yeah.
Process of elimination.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, first sheet's going away, Ryan. Just so you know.
all right.
First sheet's going away. Okay, last week's number 11 is this week's Seattle Seahawks.
Dominant
Now,
performance.
I'm going to tell you, 10 is gone, 11 is gone. That's
Hold
it.
up. So the Seahawks were at 11 last week,
They were 11.
and 10 and 11 are gone,
10 and 11
and there's
are gone.
nothing left in the top 10.
Correct.
So they beat the Commanders handily, and they moved down,
Nope, they're not down.
but they were 11 last week. There's nothing left in the top 10.
There is.
10 and 11 are taken.
No, there is one in the top 10.
Oh,
There is one.
Then they're 9.
There you go.
Okay, I was
you go.
like, whoa.
I was telling you 10 and 11 are gone.
Oh, sorry.
But we still had
Yeah.
9.
Okay. So
And
they're
now
9.
we don't,
Okay.
because now we got
I'm
the
like, how
Seattle
do you?
Seahawks.
It's like, how do you handle business and go down?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Last week's number 13. This week's Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
So they were. You said 13.
13 last week.
Well, they won, so they got to
And
be.
you
12.
know that 9, 10, 11 are gone.
They got to be 12.
They are 12. One spot. Beating the Colts.
That's okay.
Toughest game remaining, week 14 at the Ravens. We know that's a 9-3 game. We know that's coming. All right, here we go. Last week's number 14, this week's Los Angeles Chargers.
Go Chargers, go.
And this is easy because basically 1 through 12 is gone.
So are they 13 now?
They are.
All right.
And then we got the Niners and we got the Jaguars.
Niners and Jags.
Niners and Jags.
Niners and Jags.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess it's the Niners and then the Jags.
I gave them to you.
Okay.
Way to be intuitive,
Yeah.
man. Way to put some thought into
Yeah.
that. Good job.
Yep.
Yes.
Listening.
Active listening.
Yeah. It's very good.
Active listening. I struggle with that at times.
It's hard.
Yep.
It's hard.
You want to hear my jigsaw thing again?
No,
No,
please,
you're
God,
good?
no.
You gonna be able to like mute that a little bit, or
I don't even know what I'm gonna be able to do with that. You could have sent me the asset, and I could have just had it.
what's that mean? Asset?
Yeah.
Ass hat?
No, you provided that yourself.
I've always wanted to Bluetooth into the board, but I've only been able to do it once.
Bummer.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't have credentials. I don't. You know.
Shucks.
I don't know the password.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The password is
The password.
nipple. Don't kiss her, Steven.
Cable guy. That's great.
Don't even touch her.
you gotta stop. You gotta stop. I got nothing more. I've had a lot of fun here today.
Good, man. Me too.
I've had a lot of fun.
I got nothing else either. Thank you guys for always coming along on this ride for us. You know, 2 weeks, 2 episodes. Look at us go. Hey-o. We're back on. We're back in the saddle again.
We are back.
But, yeah, appreciate it as always. If you guys like the show, please feel free to leave us a review, preferably 5 stars. Probably down to 4 now after that. But, you didn't even find a good audio quality one. Did you record that in the
I
toilet?
wanted. Listen.
You couldn't even find. Oh man,
want-
it literally sounds like you bought one of those animatronics from Spirit of Halloween.
I didn't.
And recorded it off of that.
No, it's from YouTube. It's from the actual movie.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, not my problem. I didn't download it.
And it comes across so clear from your phone into the microphone. It's
It
so
was.
good. Yeah.
That's why I had to hold
Anyway,
the phone
if you
up to
think
the
we
mic.
still deserve a 5-star review after that, we'd appreciate it.
If we haven't killed them off by now, we're not killing them off.
If you want to be a part of the show, you can email us at thearmchairauthority@gmail.com. You can also leave a comment in the comments section, like a bunch of people have done, not recently, but over the course of the last year or so. It's been great. So,
Last year.
and if you want to support the show, you can buy a t-shirt at tpublic.com. Link is in the description. So, yeah, we are barreling towards, the end of football here as we get into November, December. Things are going to be heating up. More coach fight. I found interesting, and this just popped in my head, so I love doing this to people. We're like, just end the show. But
Shoot from the cuff, man.
yeah,
That's how I roll.
The Dolphins still have chosen not to fire Mike McDaniel. But
There's no point.
They got rid of their GM though.
Yeah, there's no point.
It was great.
There's no point in firing a coach.
I agree, but I just think it's funny how they're like, yeah, we're gonna die on this hill right here.
Here's what would happen. Yeah. Mike McDaniels would be down the road, and the interim would come in and win more games. That's what they don't want to have happen.
Yeah, probably.
Because then they got to offer it to him.
Yeah, and he's like, dude, just let me go home.
Right. Like we
I'm so
really
tired
want
of coming
this
in
over
every
with.
single week. Nobody wants to play.
I get shot at in the parking lot.
Tua doesn't even know where he is.
Somebody lit my bushes on fire.
Yeah. We're playing baseball today, right, Coach? No, Tua, we're playing football. This is football. Oh, so soccer? No, American football. Oh.
Rugby.
Yeah.
Rugby.
Quit throwing with your right hand. You're left-handed.
That's till the opposite side of his brain was so
Yeah.
heavily damaged
Yeah.
that, you know.
Yeah, he's got to make sure he doesn't eat too many carbs.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Water retention.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
Yeah. Anyway, as always, we appreciate you guys.
You ever step on a scale? I'm not going to let you finish.
Every day.
You ever step on a scale?
Every day.
In the morning and again in the evening and see that fluctuation?
Oh, yeah, like 5
That's pretty
pounds.
dramatic.
Yeah.
That's pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Kind of makes you wonder what's going on in there. You know? What are we holding on to?
Yeah, right?
What are we holding on
Let
to?
it go, man.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yep.
No.
What are we holding on to?
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this nonsense, and we will catch you all next week.
They know the game, but they're keeping it fun. Poking fun at the stats, they're second to none. From fantasy leagues to the locker room jokes, they got the edge no one's ever broke. They don't need a suit, they don't need